disappear for 3 months, 2 months, 3 leave, run, and come back. 2025, we are kind of in the peak of the distraction more than ever. Like we are faced with the youths, we the current, we the youths, or we the current generations right now are faced with the most distractions that has ever been known to man. Yeah, we have a lot of distractions, and I won't blame anyone because that's what we're faced with. Like everybody keeps bringing out these distractions, and we don't have any other option than to like key into it. But the biggest asset right now is self-awareness. Knowing that you're faced with a lot of distractions to achieve your goals is something very, 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 very big right now, because a lot of people don't even know how distracted they are from. I'm going to give my own personal story. 3 years ago, I was in a point where I was trading the largest account I've ever traded in my life. 100k MFF account, and in that account, I think I got to a point where I had to stay private, right? I had to leave social media. I have to, just stay quiet in my room, wake up every morning and just look at the chat, because, oh my God, I just felt like that was the only thing I needed to focus on. I needed to give my whole full focus, right? And luckily, I passed phase 1, past phase 2, I was trading very well, right? I was trading very well, but I go back on social media, I started accepting some kind of distractions because I felt like I was almost done, and I lost this account. Now it happened, and I noticed that my trading results, right? My results in life in general, not even trading, career, school, anything. I think my results are like poor when I am out there, when I allow the distractions to like enclose me, right? The distractions are more like predominant in my life when I let them come in, right? Kind of, I find it very hard to control. So what did I do? I tried to do something very, very hard. I tried to like exempt myself from social media for a period of time, right? I didn't care about anything. I didn't care about checking up on people. I didn't care about giving any update to anybody. And I was just like locked in. When I was locked in, when you hear this word lock in, I find it very, very disheartening that people don't really even know how to lock in. Lock in doesn't mean you just doing your stuff and doing your stuff. Locking is a point where you are sitting with your mind, you're sitting with your body, you're sitting with your soul. You're fully aware about those 3 elements, and you're trying to achieve a goal. I found out that the way I was processing a lot of things at that certain time was kind of different. It was different. I felt the power in me. I felt like, yes, I could feel, I felt so different. And this applies to every trader. Like, I think if anyone else in this world is to disappear, I think traders have to disappear. Now, why are traders supposed to disappear? It's because of the nature of our career. The nature of our career is a point where, you might lose money, you might lose something, and you don't want to show people that part. You want to go through it privately. If you blow up your accounts, you just want to stay behind the doors and just, grieve, right? Yeah, that is why I said all traders need to disappear. Now, when you disappear, there are various things you're going to avoid. Now, you don't care about the distractions from other places. These distractions are like things that make you feel like, oh, you need to make money. You need to make money. You need to make money from trading. You need to make it right. You need to hit this right. You need to, you get to this plane where you start comparing yourself with other people. Let's say, for example, you wait for your potential setup to see that you've not traded for like a week, and you see somebody on social media posting like, I made $10,000 this trade in this week, blah, blah, and like, oh my God, I'm doing nothing. You get that drive, only something to make money because of what you've seen online. Secondly, is the fleeting thing you see, the flashy, the flexing, the life. Now, this life is something that makes you divert from what you really need to focus on, which is what? Channeling your mind in one place, right? Channeling your mind and focusing on the long-term goal. And this is why you need to disappear. When you disappear, you You don't disappear and you're in the back corner watching people. No, everybody's not a social media person now. Everybody's not a content creator. When I mean disappear, you lock up all the noise, you lock up everything. You don't want to see anything. You don't want to feel anything. You're just in your world, and it's very easy right now because if you don't have your phone, you've simply disappeared. It's not a big deal. Now, lift, run. I didn't just say you should disappear and I didn't just say you should disappear and just stay in your house. I love trading so much. Why do I love trading so much? Because if you tell someone that you're a trader, the person will ask like, what do you do? You go, oh, it's actually cool. I just sit in my house. And I press buy and sell and I make money. Bro, that's not the job. Just like how athletes train intensely for a match, how athletes train intensely to perform well in a match, that is how traders train intensively for their mind, because their mind is the machine. Your mind is, that's where all the whole work is done, your mind. So your mind is, just reason it like if you watch football, you see training programs, you see Olympians, like all these runners, all these guys that want to compete in the world level, you see how they train hard. Now, why do they train that hard? Because they need to perform. You see that is what they are doing and they're getting paid for it. But on the other side of being a trader, your mind is what you need to train. And how well can you train your mind? How well can you be present in your mind? When I say distractions, a lot of things distract people that people can't even sit on their toes. People can't even connect with their mind. And I'm not lying, it's very, very common. You wake up in the morning, you pick up your phone, you scroll, you talk, you listen to music, you watch movie. There is no alone time for yourself in 24 hours, right? So when you lift and when you run, these are elements that can make you, channel your mind into one place. It channels your mind, you go through your thoughts, right? When you go through your thoughts, right, you connect it with your goal. Now, you're not distracted, you're not seeing anything. You're connecting now your thoughts and your mind to your goals. Are you saying? No one is pressuring you, you don't feel like you're doing bad things, and now you're becoming stronger. And as you're getting stronger, you're seeing that those distractions could have little or no harm on you. Right? Little or no harm on you. So, you disappear, you lift, you run. Why do you lift and do you run? You lift and you run to what? Channel your mind. These are food to the mind. Lifting, running, meditating, walking. These are elements and things that connect you to your mind. And the other thing you have to do is, you have to write. If you want to document this, if you want to talk about how you feel, if you want to, write things down, like get a note, you should be writing more things down. Get a note, write things, a lot of things, how you feel, write a lot of them. Like, these are things you should be writing. This should be your journal, like have a journal, write how you feel about your certain goals. And now, see, you become powerful, right? When you become powerful, you see that everything right now you face it in this world right now are all distractions. I won't lie to you. Everything are all distractions. And now, when you come into the market, you then focus on what you really need to focus on, which is what? Self-mastery, which is what? Doing the right thing, right? You can make, and trust me, you can make like $1 billion from this market. But can your mind get you to the place where you can make $1 billion? That's the question. I don't even feel like I got into a place where my mind can control me trading $1 million. I don't think I've gotten to that stage yet. But I think I am on a journey to get to that stage where my mind can control trading $1 million. So every trader, every person, not even a trader, you need to disappear. When you disappear, when you run, when you lift, when you study, when you journal, when you trade, this whole thing will show you how distracted you've been. This whole thing will expose everything about you. This whole thing will, I can't overemphasize how the big difference you see in the two of them, right? The difference is going to be really crazy. You study, you read. I love the part of reading because you have to keep your brain active, right? The mind, trading is just the mind. Okay, what about feeding the brain? You feeding the body. Okay, feed the brain, feed the thoughts. These are things that are going to make you stand out. These are things that are going to make you probably solve the questions or solve the puzzles you've been trying to solve. And I hope I'll see you guys in my next video, and I hope this video was really helpful for someone that needed to see it. Bye.